What is up, people? Welcome back to another episode of What Suits You. Today I have with me
Steady.
Steady. Yes, man. So crazy, bro. We actually met in tech school, right? In
Yeah.
Fire Tech School, and you came to England one time.
I did.
It was with I think you was with
Alan and Gaudencio.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Was you with Ramsey that time? Cause I think Ramsey was in
Nah.
England like one drunken night, just like out in Cambridge and shit.
Nah. I
Nah.
remember that. But I do remember being
You know
lit,
what I'm
and
talking
I
about,
remember
though?
running into you at like Revolution. or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
I was like, yo, is that Stan? I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck you doing here? Cause you was in Germany, right?
That was in Italy at that time.
Italy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nah, I remember that shit though, man. And now here we are in Korea,
Bro.
and they switched me shifts, so
Bro.
now it's like cool, we get to work together again.
Small Air Force.
Bruh, it's crazy,
It's crazy,
though
man.
too. Speaking of the Air Force, man, just let's talk about like some of our experiences, like being black in the Air Force. So I'll let you go first, and I'll kind of give like my tidbits. Like, has it been, like, have you seen places where like you're put in positions of adversity, or has it been like smooth sailing, or like what has been your experience with it?
Definitely not smooth sailing, man.
Oh, no.
I mean, because I grew up, man. I'm from South Carolina, so
Okay,
we
shout out South Carolina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There's some things, you from the South too,
Yeah,
so you know
yeah.
how that goes.
Yeah.
Joining the military, I didn't think I would, I guess, experience any, some of the racial things I would, but it does carry on, racism is everywhere.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form, it's everywhere. I say one crazy thing that happened to me racially in the Air Force. I actually had a group of friends in Italy, man. I guess they got drunk one night. I wasn't with them. They called me up, and they literally, I guess one of them had dared them to do this, but they literally, like, they called me and was just like, "Hey, nigger." I was like,
What the fuck?
bro, I'm telling you,
That's
I was
crazy.
chilling, and I went to 100 so fast.
Yeah, for sure.
And I knew who it was, all like a group of them all together, and man, that shit fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't the first time I heard it, but for them to do that, like, I thought it was my friends, and they just fucking, and they just flat out just hard, just.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
What the fuck, man? Nah, that's crazy.
Ever since then, that kind of put up a barrier. But I know that's not everybody.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
Damn, I did not think it would be like that, but hey.
Damn.
You just gotta watch who you around.
Nah, that's big. Before I get into my side of the story, I mean, it's 100%.
Yeah.
You gotta watch who has your back.
Yeah,
Not everybody that smiles at you is a friend.
True.
And it's like we were talking about in the cab. It's a sad reality
Yup.
that's how it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That like everybody you hang around isn't always cool with you. Doesn't always have your best interest in hand.
Nope.
My story wasn't quite as vicious as that.
Yeah.
Mine was more of along the lines of and this may be a little bit of assuming as well. I realize that now that I can reflect and look back on it. But it was a while ago. I was at my first base, and I failed my ARF practical, not my practical, my EOC. Sorry. And when I failed it, everyone just looked at me like I was a piece of shit. They're all like, "Oh, this guy, he's a time waster. He's this, he's that." And the thing is with people, if you tell somebody they are one thing long enough, they're gonna start to believe that.
Right. Yep.
If you're constantly getting told you're a monster, you're a piece of shit, you're this, you're that, eventually you're gonna start
gonna be
behaving.
part of your identity.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're gonna be behaving in that way,
Yeah.
and then people aren't gonna. Well, at least they shouldn't be surprised when you act monstrous.
Right.
So they were telling me I was a piece of shit, this, that, and the third. I took the test again. Went to the command or whatever you think. Took the test again, got a 98 on it. No one said anything. About a couple months later, and some moving pieces happen. People PCS and people come in, but a lot of the leadership that condemned me for my failure. There's this other dude who failed, obviously of a different skin color, and everyone was hella supportive, and they were like, "Hey, don't worry about it, bud. Like, you can get it next time."
Goodness.
And I put my feelings to the side to try to help this individual
Right.
because I know what that's like to get shitted on.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I didn't want to be like one of those guys who I had to go through it because we got too many of those people
Oh my God.
already,
yes.
right? So I was like, cool, I'm gonna just put my feelings to the side and I'm gonna help this person. And they took the test, I got better, whatever the case may be. I don't even think they're in the Air Force now. But it was just amazing to see like how the ridicule was immediate with me. And I hadn't really messed up
Right.
up until that point. With this other person, it was like little nicks and dings and along the way, and yeah, they got condemned for it. But then when like the big thing happened, everyone kind of like rallied around them, and I couldn't really wrap my mind around it. I still can't really wrap my mind around it. Like I said, I may understand that some of it is what is it, like, assuming and stuff like that. But from the outside looking in,
it's like,
you know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to be in a position of leadership. It's like, that should have been handled better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was even crazier too. Here, when the George Floyd thing happened, the world kind of stopped for a little bit, and everyone had to like pick a side. I think, you know what I mean? And that was really weird because some people were like, "Oh, he got what he deserved. He was a criminal. He's a murderer." And then other people were like, "He didn't have to die, though."
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And even in at work, it was like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, at work. It wasn't to the point where it affected the mission or anything, but it was just like, hey, we know that we're not going to agree on it, so let's just not talk about it. Like, that's how it ended.
I had a guy that was just super strong on that, pleading that other case. Well, he was doing this, and he was doing, like, I don't give a damn what the fuck he did. Yeah. Like, he didn't deserve to die.
Yeah.
And, man, that kind of did put up a wall against a lot of folks, man. Yeah. It made me look at people differently after that. But, I don't know, man. Like you said, you have to just agree to disagree sometimes to keep it moving, because if you just keep holding it over, it's just going to affect everything.
Yeah, I do think though that having open floor conversations is very important to move forward, and a lot of times that doesn't happen because a lot of times people's emotions are tied to their opinions. You know, and I think when you disagree with somebody's opinion, they think that you're calling them a bad person. You know what I mean? Right. It's like if you call somebody racist, it's like, I'm a good person, I can't be racist. So like you could be a good person and just ignorant on how racism works, or how racism has typically worked in a certain environment or certain situation. So it's like I'm not calling you specific. I can't call you. I work with you. You know, I don't think you're a bad person. I do think that you may have been misguided on some things. You know, and it doesn't come from a place, and it gets even weirder when, like, for example, like, say, like, a black man is talking to, like, a white woman because, like, she has her struggles and, like, you have yours. So then it's like well, I struggled like this. It's like we're just debating struggles to try to justify whose point is right. We can just say we both have struggled in different ways. And, like, we can then talk about the ways that we struggled, and then eventually get to a point. If the people are reasonable, and I think that's the issue. A lot of times people aren't reasonable. They just disagree to disagree. It's like, well, I don't think because da 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 da. It's like, cool, but yet you want me to agree with their side when I see holes in it.
Exactly.
So but I do think that forward, open floor conversation is necessary to move past those types of things. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen often.
No.
Because people get offended and it's a dicey subject. It's race. You know what I mean? It's always been a touchy subject, although I don't think it should be. But, people
gotta talk about the uncomfortable things. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? It's just like with any relationship. Like, if you don't talk about the uncomfortable things, when uncomfortable shit happens, it's gonna happen.
Bro, it's gonna happen.
It's a part of life.
It's gonna build up, and it's a recipe for disaster.
Exactly. And then that's a breeding ground for resentment as well. Because think about it. Like, where we work, man, we what do you always hear? We're family, we're family, we're family, And with family, there's always going to be a crazy uncle. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that he doesn't get a T-shirt at the family reunion. You know, it's like, that's Uncle Darren. You know what I'm saying?
You know how he is.
You know what I'm saying? He does weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he walks around on all fours. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
that's just Uncle D.
You know what I'm saying? But you still accept him as part of the family. Now, you know that there's like some people in the family that you go to financial advice for, there's people that you go to life advice for, but it doesn't mean that you just ostracize the whole thing. Fuck it, like, I'm not gonna do it. And I think that's the issue. It's like people aren't talking about it, so they don't know how to talk about it without trying to be like offensive. And it's like, I think that it's okay if you offend somebody simply by stating your point, because you're not in control of if they're offended. Because some people can say the most outlandish shit to me, if I don't know them, I'm just gonna be like, all right,
Yeah,
you
right.
know what I'm saying? I'm not
Exactly.
offended,
Exactly.
but at the same time, I gotta have people that mean like that are closer to me that say like the littlest things, and I'm like, what you mean by that? Now I'm offended.
Yeah.
So but that person isn't in control of what offends me. It's just like how I'm not in control of what offends the other person. Now that's not to say don't be polite.
Right.
Don't be. You know, I'm not saying
Just
go
say anything.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying be rude, and if that person reacts, then it's their fault. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if you know that you guys have a disagreement, and you're not necessarily being politically correct in order to express your thoughts,
Right.
and that person then gets offended, that's not. It's a give and take type thing. It's like, hey, look, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. You're gonna disagree with it. I don't mean to offend you.
Right.
But then after that point, don't go in and just start slandering their name and ad hominem attacks. It's just like, no, this is just what I think, and what I think is different than what you think, and then we can have that conversation and move forward.
Right.
You know, and I think that's a really big thing, man. I think that's a big thing that needs to happen.
That's a perfect analogy that you use, the cookout.
I be trying, bro. I be trying to come up with different analogies and stuff, man, because that's how I think. You know what I'm saying? That's how I think. I think like, what is something that kind of makes sense in these scenarios? You know, the family cookout type thing. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of like, you know, different scenarios and things like that, what is your take on military relationships? Like, say, so we've both been overseas, so I'll kind of give it context, right? We've both been overseas now for quite some time. Yeah. What has been your experiences with like women in the States, as opposed to you know, women in Europe or in Asia or
you talking about civilian women? Or are we talking
about... I mean both. You know what I mean? Let's go with civilian women first. Yeah, and then we'll talk about military women, because that's a whole different breed of women right there.
So off the back,
okay,
you know, we get so much more love in Europe. It's ridiculous, man. Sure. I never thought in a million years I would have, you know, been stationed in Italy. My first duty station in Italy, Aviano. Yeah, and I just didn't know, you know. I didn't think about Italy, you know what I'm saying? Just a year before joining, I was in Virginia, doing whatever I was doing. And, you know, I just had no idea how it was over there until I got over there. And I just seen how they just straight up just loved me, man. Like people just came up and they would just, oh, I love your skin. Yeah. I've gotten some compliments before, you know, in the States, but... most of the time in the States, it's kind of, you just get brushed off. You know what I'm saying? There's been plenty of times in the States, you just walk up. I mean, you gonna get brushed off anywhere. I've got brushed off by times before too. Yeah. But it's just crazy the love we get over there. Facts. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the history, the racial divide in the States, or I don't know, man. But it's not really such a problem overseas as it is in the States, which is crazy because the States is supposed to be a melting pot. It's supposed to be everybody. It's supposed to be a welcoming place for all different ethnicities and races, but that's really not how it is. A lot of people, and so being over there and then traveling around, and like you said, how about if you're just something like exotic in some kind of way, people gonna float to you. Yep. That's exactly how it is. Yeah. Like I said, like I love Croatia. They showed me the most love in Croatia. I'm like,
where is Croatia actually?
It's like 3 years. Not 3. It's like 3 hours away from Aviano.
It's 3 years away from Aviano.
I was saying 3 light years. Goddamn.
Yeah. Motherfucker got in the spaceship.
But yeah, it's like 3 hours away. Okay. I could not tell you which direction, honestly. But look on the map. Yeah. Croatia. Okay. That shit is dope. And I went there I would go on my Kelly days there, solo dolo. And I think one of the first times I went there, I went out, I went to a club. They immediately, boom, put me in VIP. Like, they didn't even know me. VIP. Whoever was hosting the VIP, I don't know who they were, but they had bottles and stuff on deck. They were passing me everything. Hey, man, here. I had women come up to me. What's your Snapchat? What's your Instagram? Giving me kisses on the cheek. They're doing it all. Like I was really like a boss. I really felt like the man. Yeah. Yo, and it was funny because every time a rap song come on, they all look at me. Like, oh, what is he gonna do? I don't know, but they love me, you know. So man, it was so dope, man. And honestly, when I was over there, I was just like, yo, why would I go back? Besides family.
Speak on that, man. Yeah, I've always told people being a black dude in Europe is like being a hot chick anywhere.
Yeah,
Because you don't have to be interesting.
Right.
But the thing is though, I think the difference between like obviously like men and women and like especially being a black dude is like you have some type of game
Yeah.
to you anyways, but then like you don't even have to try. So like I look at it as like, okay, is this gonna be a chick that I just smash, or is this gonna be a chick that I actually like want her to like me more than what? Because I do think it's a little bit like fetishy as well.
I think
like,
so
like
too.
white
It's
chicks,
a little bit.
bro. Like white chicks in England, bro. It was disgusting.
They
like,
was doing some.
bro, it was nasty,
Oh,
man.
damn.
Like a chick would like. You didn't have to try. You just
full on fantasy
You just
mode.
show
They
up.
just-
You just show up and talk.
Damn.
And then she like, and then because it's like, so like in the States, right? Like women try to disqualify you.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, I can't sleep with you because you're not tall enough. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? But in England, it's like reversed because you're black. It's like, oh, you're black, so you're already in the door. But you're black, and you have muscles, and you have tattoos, and you're, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it just puts you. And then also in England as well, I had my own car. I had my own place to stay. Like I had my own crib, and my own crib was like better than like most chicks I was messing with.
Right.
You know, 19 to like 26. I
that
would
just
say.
put you over the top.
Exactly. So I'm already like dealing with like with women that are like, oh my God, you have a they would always be like, you have an American sized fridge, and I'm like. Yes. Like, what did you expect? I don't know what to tell.
How are the fridges there?
Like fucking mini fridges.
Size?
Yeah.
It's the same thing in Germany too.
Yeah, they would have like mini size fridges,
Yeah.
and like that would be like their fridge. Like I had one chick, man. Like I came over to her spot, and she was just like super submissive. Like she was like, hey, like. You know, I know that my place isn't as nice as yours. Like, I don't have all these things, but like, I just want you to come over and like, I'll cook for you and we can watch TV.
Damn.
And I was like, all right, bet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we still smashed, of course.
Of course.
But you know what I'm saying? But we hung out or whatever, and it was just like cool. But like she had like this humility about her that I didn't give a fuck. Like I wasn't there to judge her house, you know. But she was thinking that like I think like how she thinks. Because when a girl comes to your spot, she's looking like, okay,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Is he dirty? You know,
yeah.
is there other girls shit here? You know, like what type of stuff?
Yeah.
She's gonna be like going through shit. I'm just chilling.
Exactly.
You know, I'm just in the spot like, yo, what's the Wi-Fi? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck.
Right.
But she went to my crib and like saw how I was rocking, and she was like, dang, you know, so you got this, like 3 bedrooms, blah blah blah. And then like I go to her spot and it's like a dorm room, and she was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like I was gonna judge her off of that. And like that can play to your advantage if you want, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the girl. But it was just interesting because I have never been over to a chick's house in the States where like she had like roaches and shit on the floor.
Yeah.
And she was just like, yeah, have a seat, motherfucker. She's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like she putting cigarettes out on her kneecaps and shit. I'm like, yeah.
Hell no.
You know, but nah, I definitely think that like with women in Europe, bro, it's different.
It is.
It's a different lifestyle.
Completely.
It's a different lifestyle, man. And I always tell my friends back home, I'm like, yo, work. Get your passport,
bro. Yeah,
go to Europe.
Like,
Like,
oh my God, I've been telling my family for so long,
and
I've been overseas for so long.
Bro.
I'm like, yo, I could have been back in the state. Y'all could have missed this opportunity, but I'm still here. Y'all still ain't over here yet. Like y'all wasted it,
bro. It's crazy.
My God,
man.
bro. It's a whole new world that they have to experience. Like everyone,
like the women, bro. It changes your perspective on women.
Yes,
cause like that's like civilian chicks. So transitioning over, like. Anytime I had to talk to a military chick, it was just like being back in the States.
Bro, yep.
It was just like, well, what can you do for me? Because, like, and to be fair, like, me and those chicks are pretty much on the same level. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was a, E4, she was E3 or whatever, maybe an E5, you know what I'm saying? But all the shit that I had, she already had.
Right, true.
So she's not really, like, if she's going to be attracted to me, it's going to be, like, based off how I look or, like, how I talk, whatever the case may be.
Right.
But, like, with the other chicks, it was, like, how I look, plus how I talk, plus what I got, plus...
They loved everything.
Exactly. So it was, like, they loved the entire brand.
Yes.
That was me, as opposed to, like, a military chick who was only interested and like part of the brand
Exactly.
that I might be potentially
Exactly.
able. You know what I'm saying?
And why would I want to settle for that when I don't have females
Exactly.
that
And
literally
then-
just fucking suck my toes?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the disconnect. Is like I'm eating steak off this chick's back.
yeah.
Like on some Eddie Murphy shit, and like you want me to take like.
Yeah.
It's hard now to go back.
It is hard to go
because the
back.
chicks in England was bad too. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like they was like follow up like 4s and 5s
Right.
and shit. It's like bro, I had like
Bro.
7 and 8s. Where I'm like,
willing to do
"Jeez."
anything,
Bro, and they're like super like, and obviously the hotter she gets, the more like she's gonna have attitude
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But then like she's looking at you with like this limelight, like
Yeah.
this guy can give me this amazing life and
Yeah.
da da da. So she's gonna come at you differently than the chick who's like on the same level
Exactly,
as you,
exactly.
or even is perceived to be on the same
Right.
level as you, because
Right.
she's not gonna be on the same level as you, because she doesn't have to put in the same type of work that you're doing outside of work.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And some chicks do, but most of them don't.
Nope.
A lot of them don't. A lot of them do not. They just live life on easy mode. You know what I'm saying? But
Cruising.
I'll say this story, then we'll go to the next thing. But bro, I remember in England, man, went to Newcastle, which was like a party city, right?
I've heard about Newcastle.
Yeah, man. So it was me, my homie Hall. Shout out to Hall. My homegirl Alcantar, and my homeboy Michael. Shout out to them.
Michael.
You remember?
Yeah,
You know
I
Michael. Yeah,
You talking
yeah.
about Daylon Hall?
Yeah,
they both of them.
Yeah,
those the
bro.
homies.
So we went out, bro, and we got the hotel, checked up, boom, good to go. Me and Hall, we walk into this bar. So this place is called Tiger, and it's like 6 floors, and each floor has like a different theme, bro. And this
Okay.
is back when I was still drinking alcohol and shit. So it's like 2016, I think, 2016, like late 2016, because it was cold. And we go up to the city, right? Go to the club, like it's like a little strip. So we walk into this bar. Me and Hall just sitting down talking, just like, yeah, gonna see what's going on, da. These 2 girls walk up, bad. One's kind of tall, with like, she had like a nice, like, she ain't really had no titties, but she had a nice butt. So I was like, okay. And like the other chick, kind of short. She was a little bit plumper, but she was still thick in the right places.
Okay.
Like her tits stuck out farther than her
Right.
stomach did, and her butt was stupid booty, right? So I was like, all
What's
right.
that?
She was like 5, like the other one was like 5'7", the other one was like 5'2", right?
Okay.
So the taller chick walks up to me, gives me a kiss on the neck, puts her like number like in my little shirt pocket, and then like the short chick like grabs Hall's junk, gets a Snapchat, and they dip out the club, bro. We was in the club for like 6 minutes. Like
That's crazy.
But we was on our first drink. I had a Jaeger bomb. I had my first drink. I was just talking to Hall. I was like, bro, the knife finna be stupid.
It's gonna be
bro.
crazy.
I was like, the knife finna be stupid, bro. So I'm just sipping my drink, like, bro, that would never happen to me in the States, bro. That never happens, bro. Like, fuck shooting your shot. That was a fucking alley-oop, you know what I'm saying, between the East Bay, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's crazy.
and then, like, you go from that, like, and then you go back to stateside, and it's like, well, why did I come back?
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
Every time I go home on leave, I be like, yo, I ain't missed a goddamn thing out here.
I get tired of home after, like, 4 hours, bro.
yeah.
I see my family. I see what they doing. I see my little sister.
Yeah.
And then after that, I see a couple of homies I grew up
Yeah,
with.
after
And I'm like,
reunite.
so I got how much longer?
Yeah,
But-
like, I'm trying to hand on back.
because I'm not only that, but I'm spending money every day. Like that's why I love being at work, because I'm not spending money while I'm at work. I'm
true
making
that.
money while I'm at. Or in the military, you make money regardless. But
Right.
still, like you making money while you at work. When you're not working and you don't have really anything to do,
You spending money.
You spending money every day, every single day.
Every day.
And that shit is. That shit is for the birds,
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
That shit is for the birds, man. 'Cause Zach saying, bro, I get home, bro, I be like, man, y'all still here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. But I be encouraging my boys to be coming out here, man.
Man, I really, bro, let's talk about that before we move on, man. Like, I've always said, and I've always been told, oh, shit. I hope this didn't just cut out on me. I'll edit that part out. But I've always been told, when you turn 25, that's when you're an OG.
Yeah.
You're an OG at 25. So, like, I haven't been back home since, like, 23, but, like, I see some of my young homies doing, like, stupid shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you don't have to do this. Like, I'm telling you right now, the world is so much bigger than these 4 walls that we call the hood, the neighborhood, bro. Like, get out. Because, like, when you travel the world, man, it does something to your perspective.
It does.
Like when you travel the world and you really see how like other motherfuckers live and like how other people live, it makes you like it made me grateful for like the things that I had. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It's like you go to like places in Europe and you're like, damn, I can't do this like how I want. I can't do this. You come here, Amazon takes 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, damn, bro, I'm grateful. For the things
I think my biggest wake up was when I went from Italy and I was in Hondo.
Oh yeah.
Third world country over there, man. And you know, of course you mess with the local girls. I've been to this local girl's crib. She literally like her showering was like a big ass probably like a 10-gallon trash can, and she had to go walk down, fill that bitch up like with clean water, and she would like use another cup to like rinse herself off and stuff. I'm like, damn, we really have it great.
Yeah.
You know, compared to some people. So that's why I can never complain. Whenever I do catch myself complaining about something too much, I'm like, yo, my situation could be way worse.
Facts.
Way worse than what it is. So that's a big wake up call that I have.
100%. I'll even take it a step further and say like, you know, even when the George Floyd stuff was happening and there was like even more racial tension than not. And you know, you always have some black people that are like, we're African first and not American. I'm like, I understand that from like a roots perspective.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, at the same time, it's like I can't really like I can have distrust and be like, hey, this is wrong. But after seeing like how other people live, I'm like, man, I'm not living like that. You know what I'm saying? Like exactly. I'm not out here with a cup trying to, you know what I'm saying? So it was like it's kind of like weird in a sense because you're thankful and you're grateful for the place that you're born, and you also see like the shortfalls of it. Yeah. So it's like, well, what do you want to put energy into? Yeah. My answer to that question is mold myself. Yeah. Because that's the only thing I can't control. Exactly. I can't control where I was born, and I can't control, you know, really my living situation because of where I was born. Now, once I get out in the world, that's a different case. Right. But I can only change how I choose to look at things. Yep. You know, if I choose to look at things as a victim and go, well, because I'm black, that people only, that's what your life is going to be. Because that's what you think, that's what you're going to be looking for. But if I go, look, it's messed up and people know it's messed up, but that can't stop me from being successful. Exactly. Then I'm going to be successful. Exactly. You know what I mean? And it really goes into perspective and things like that. So going back to military girls, I don't fuck with them. Bro, me neither, long story short, I don't really be fucking with them. Hell no. There's gotta be a special type of chick to where I'm like, all right, we'll see slowly. For the most part,
I think since I've been in, I've only been involved with maybe 2 or 3 military girls because, like you said, man, it's just why go back whenever you got a 9, 10 that's trying to give me the world, you know what I mean?
And I mean, sometimes they be married.
Yeah.
And that you don't want to get caught up in that shit in the military. But like, how do you know? Yeah, you know exactly. How do you know?
Exactly.
She's not. If she wants you, she ain't gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You start asking her shit. She be like, "Why don't we just have fun?" You be like, I don't know. Like I'm getting by.
And it's touchy with the SARG. You know how we get informed with the SARG and the sapper and all that stuff.
All of it, man.
It only take one time for a girl to complain. You do her dirty, and she just all right, bet.
Bro,
she puts out a false rape case thing on you. You're done. No matter if it's true or not.
It's so messed up because like I said the other day, a lot of chicks make horrible, poor decisions. Yeah. Let's just be real with who they decide to have sex with. Because dudes will fuck anything. We'll stick our junk in a can of beans. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I'm good. You know, I'm good to go. But like women have so much more to lose or gain when it comes to sex. You know what I'm saying? Like a dude, like bro, I've had chicks where I don't even remember like. I just don't. You know, I'm like, I guess.
You might scroll past like, oh, I did.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, old girl with the but like chicks will be like, he made me feel like this, and it's more, and not every chick is like that, but like a lot of women.
It's really touching the military.
Yeah, like if you hitting it right, she's gonna bother you. Like she's gonna bug you. Oh, my guy. Like it's just how it goes. But like dudes can like hit a chick and be like, yeah, no, this shit was fire. And he might bug you up to a certain extent, but after that, he can be like, I lost it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Cool. Yeah. But like it's so risky. It's so risky because it's like, all right, if I try to do this with this girl and she's not feeling it, just abort mission. Yeah. count the loss.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it is what
Don't
it
even
is.
play with it.
Because like, bruh, persistence is a death sentence
It
now
is.
for dudes. Like
Yeah.
chicks be like, well, I wanted you to chase me. It's like, no.
No,
Because if a girl chases you, right, nothing bad happens to that girl.
Nothing.
Illegally.
Yeah.
Right? You chase a woman and you're like, oh,
sexual harassment.
bruh.
That's a case.
And that's a whole case,
Yeah.
bro. A whole case.
Affected everything.
And it doesn't, like you said, don't matter if it's true, it's on your record.
Yeah.
And people are going to talk because
Yeah.
when people, they'll be like, oh, is this
And rumors go out there. Then they get worse.
And bro, it's all bad, bro. It's all bad. So like when we have like the trainings and things like that in the military, I'm like, how come no one's talking about this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like no, like you could take 100 dudes and be like, yo, have you had any experiences with this? And I guarantee you, more than half of them would be like, yeah, no, I've definitely like got curved by a girl.
Yeah.
And then she said that I did this or I did that, or even worse, like you had sex with the chick, like she gave you consent, you had sex with her, but after that you wasn't trying to feel her. So now, because you didn't give her what she wanted, but she gave you what you wanted, even though it was both consensual.
Yep.
But because she didn't get a relationship or something out of it, now she has to run into, oh, he did this, he touched me, blah blah blah.
Tech school, man.
It's
Tech
like,
school, I
wow.
thought it was over before it even started, man. At tech school, I took this girl's virginity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, we only know tech school's only 3 months.
Yeah, I'm about to say, tech school ain't long at all.
You know
for
what I'm
us.
saying?
Yeah.
So we had sex, whatever, and understandably so, she felt some kind of way, you know, because
Especially with her virginity.
exactly, she just lost her virginity to a guy she just met probably like after a month or two.
Mm-hmm.
So of course she felt a little bad, but I was so scared because she had went to SART about it, and I was just afraid that she was going to try to be like, yeah, I didn't really want to do it, and oh my god, and me as a black, she's white.
What can you do?
Yeah, I was like, yo.
are powerless in that situation.
Yes.
Literally
My
powerless.
goodness,
Like,
I was so scared.
like what can you do? Because she said like the thing that I don't like is sex that women regret isn't rape.
Right.
Like the only thing that counts as rape is if she does not give you consent and then you force yourself on her.
Right.
That's what rape is,
Yes.
right? But when y'all both consent
Yes.
and y'all do the do, and then afterwards she's like, well, what are we? And you hit her with the "we are farmers," you know what I'm saying? And then she gets mad, and it's like, no, you can't then ruin my whole life because you didn't get, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the flip side of that, and I'm not saying you did this, but like the flip side of that is like some dudes will lie to get it. They'll lie to sleep with a girl. You know what I'm saying? And obviously that's wrong, but it's like the dudes still shouldn't go to jail for it or like have his whole career ruined simply because like
I don't know, man.
that's fucked up, bro. Like,
Luckily, we're on good terms now, and she was just, she was like, back then, she was like, yeah, it was exactly how I said it. She was like, yeah, I just didn't know how to feel. It was my first time. I was like, I get that. But boy, in that time, I was like, yeah, I'm done.
yeah, like, what can you do?
Yeah.
What can you do? Like,
Goodness.
you're powerless. It's like that person has a gun to your head.
Yeah.
Your hands are tied, and you just hope that they don't pull the
Yeah,
trigger.
exactly.
Like, you have...
That's exactly how it was.
You have no type of protection, and that's... Because that could have easily gone south.
Bruh.
Easily gone south. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like...
Super easily.
I'm like, man, that's rough, but... Dude, man.
And I'm sure they would have, like, based on how we looked, I'm sure somebody down the line would have been like,
oh, yeah, he did.
black guy. Yeah, he was like, oh, yeah, white girl.
Yeah. Even in England, man, like, racism is still in England, but it's I look at it as, like, diet racism. Because American racism, they just straight, full-on, meow, you know what I'm saying? Like, straight to the dome piece. But then, like, in England, it's, like, little subtle shit. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Okay. It's crazy, bro. Like, white women in England are, like, it's so funny, and it speaks on hypergamy so much, because white women in England will be, like, afraid of you, but still, like, throw you pussy. It's the craziest shit. She'll, like, move her purse away from me, but then also like, it's weird, man. It's really weird.
Wow.
It's
Maybe
really
they are
weird.
some fantasy shit, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. Yo. Bro, like, it's hard to wrap your mind around if you think about it. Because how do you play that as a guy? You literally just have to shoot, and then if she says no, you have to take the L gracefully.
Yeah.
And I do think that there are, and obviously I'm aware there are some dudes out there in like the manosphere, they call them beta males, that get rejected and they like hit women and and that's dumb. You know what I'm saying? But that's not most men.
No.
That's by far not most men. Or like some dude be like, oh fuck you bitch, I don't want you anyway. That's still not most men.
Yeah.
Like most men, they'll take a L, and it's like, all
All
right,
right, cool.
yeah,
Respect
have a good
that.
day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Take a L.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, after that interaction, even if you are like really good at taking rejection, you still had to go through trial by fire.
Yeah.
You still had to get rejected a lot.
For sure.
And then be like, okay, well, now I'm just numb to it.
Yeah, yeah,
But like
yeah.
a woman, she's the one rejecting everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So her ego's just going up and up and up. But
up.
as soon as she gets rejected, it's all men are trash.
Man, yeah.
And it's like, you rejected 48 dudes.
I see it so many times on social media. They love to be, you know, the ones that love to post about shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man ain't shit. Man ain't this. Man ain't that. Like, you just got your heart broke one time. That's it. You just got crushed once.
Right.
Imagine how that guy feels. He done 50,000 shots put up. All of them. No.
Man,
No.
I think it's funny that, and I don't know everything about women. I'm not claiming to, but I think that a lot of women know even less about men, and they don't care. And I
Yeah.
think that's the stamp.
Yeah, I think that's-
men care because we want
Exactly.
we want
That's
to have
what we
sex
want.
with these women.
Yeah.
At bare minimum.
Yeah.
So that's a reason to care.
Exactly.
But like women don't care at
They don't
all
care.
about what dudes want.
They
They're
don't
like,
care.
why would I cook and clean? He can do that for like, and it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. But in Europe, it's a little bit different. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? In Europe, it's a little bit different. Like they're more willing to give.
Yeah.
They're more willing to do those
Yeah.
things. They're like, yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like,
They
man,
value us a bit more.
Bruh.
Shit, a hell of a lot more.
bro. I'm telling you, and I see the things that go down in the States. Like we were talking about in the cab, like Little Loaded killed himself.
Yeah.
You know, over a girl. This dude was what 21, 22, making bank 30,000 a month, bro.
On the come up.
On the come up, and his girl cheated on him, and he ended his life. And it's like
Crazy, man.
it's really sad isn't the word, right?
Mm.
Because it's more than that. It's tragic because there's gonna be so many more men that go through that same thing. There's gonna be so many more men that get divorced, and then the woman takes the kids, the house,
Yep.
and then that man has to struggle to get back to his feet. Like I always say, man, masculinity is forged. And if you look up the definition of forged, it means to work, right?
Yeah.
To create, to be productive. Like you can't sit on your ass all day and become a man. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
go out in the wilderness and get lost
Yeah.
and you gotta that's what
Adapt and
cultivates,
overcome.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, that masculine energy. But femininity is the opposite. It's preserved, and
Yeah.
preservation is the same as protection.
Yeah.
You
Just
know,
like how you said with the Titanic, that was a good one.
Yeah, 100%. Like in the Titanic, it was a ship built by men.
Yeah.
The sailor of it, or the captain of the ship, was a man, and he was also held responsible for
Yeah.
crashing the ship. But the men that weren't held responsible for crashing the ship still died.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But the women and children got to go. Yeah, and it's not to say all women and children survived, but that's how it is.
Yeah.
You know, men are looked at as
How it goes.
disposable.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm supposed to be disposable and still give this woman everything that she wants. It's like, nah, that's not the deal, bro. That's not a good deal. And it's like I always say, it's sad because dudes kill themselves. Like that's my big thing.
Yeah.
Like my two big things, and I know we're kind of going off topic, but my two big things is family and you know, self-deletion.
Yeah.
You know, like I want people to understand that you need family. A family dynamic is needed in order to be a functioning adult in society. And that doesn't always have to be man and woman. I understand there's different sexualities.
Right. That's
That's not my point. But my point is, when you have a lot of women going around saying, I don't need no man, that's destructive to the
Right.
family. And unfortunately, you see it a lot with black women. You see
Yeah.
it. I've seen it the most with
Yeah,
black
you do.
women, and that might be just where I'm looking because I love black women.
Yeah.
But even growing up, there was a certain type of black woman I would be physically attracted to, but I knew she didn't like me.
Yep.
Because I would see who she would talk to, and I
Yep.
would see who she was around, and I'm like, oh, that's what she likes. But it was like all like light skinned chicks or like white chicks.
Yeah.
Fuck with me heavy.
Mm.
Fuck with me heavy. But like the ghetto loud black
They
chicks.
want-
And not saying every chick is like that, but like that chick wasn't fucking with
Bro,
me.
it was the same shit when I was growing up.
Yeah,
bro.
that
It
shit
was
wasn't
the
fucking
same
with me, bro.
I wasn't like the others, man. I was
Yeah.
different. Like I wasn't no. You know.
Rah rah.
Yeah. I was doing my shit. I had great grades.
Yeah.
in school, you know what I'm saying? I was good. I was involved in my sports. Yeah, I had my few that liked me, I guess, but they didn't really show me no love, really, honestly,
Yeah.
man.
And it sucks because Like, I really didn't start getting, and this is fucked up, but I really didn't start getting shown love from black chicks probably until like ninth grade, when I started like putting on a little bit of muscle, started working out, voice started to get deeper.
Yeah.
Like, when I started to step into like the biological parts of masculinity, that's when black chicks started to show me love. Like, when I started to look more dangerous, that's when black chicks were like, oh, like, what's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's even more so now. Like, I look at like the type of black chicks again, like back in the States and stuff, like the type of dudes that they're talking to. It's always a guy with a whole bunch of tattoos.
Yeah.
Dude that's driving his mama's car, and I'm just like, he's gonna get you pregnant in a few years, and then you're gonna be bro. The oh man, the cycle of it. We're gonna say this. I'm gonna move on. The cycle of it is, you know, boy meets girl, or better yet, let's go with college. Right, girl goes off to college, leaves her boyfriend in hometown, has a whole phase. Right, that's like the 304 phase for a lot of women is going to college. She's shucking and jiving. Right, she's going for it. All the athletes, whoever, she's just about it. Right, and a lot of women encourage her. You're like, yeah, girl, go out, have your whole phase, da. So she has the 304 phase, right? After that, what happens? Boom, pregnancy. So now she's scrambling, trying to find, okay, I slept with this dude on Tuesday, this guy on Thursday, so it might be. So let's say, best case, she does lock down the dad, right? That dude's in college and having fun, right? He's not gonna, chances are, be committed to this shit, right? She's
not at that age,
right? And now she has to tell her boyfriend that she's been cheating, right? So now her boyfriend's brokenhearted, so that ends, obviously. So now she's going through college, you know, she may or may not keep the baby, that's up to her. Let's say that she does, right? And now she has this child, and now the child grows up, she graduates college, she gets her degree, great. But now it's come time where she's like, I want a man to settle down with, da. Look at what she's bringing to the table. She's bringing another dude's kid and a slew of sexual experiences. And it's like, that doesn't...
They expect the world.
That dude does not look at those things as valuable. Like, if you, like right now, you could ask 100 dudes and go, would you rather a chick that was your type and a virgin, or a low body count? Because that's more realistic. A lower body count, I would say, is under 5. Or a chick that is your type with like 20 plus body count. It's for marriage. Not to have a good time, because dudes will fuck both, right? We'll fuck both. For marriage or a serious relationship, bruh, 99.9% of dudes gonna be like, yeah, lower body count. Lower body, and they may not know why, but they're gonna be like, yeah, lower body count for sure. So like, chicks will have these whole phases, and they'll still want to get married, and then they're mad when the dudes that they want don't want to marry them, and it's like, well, why would I? You know, like, what if you, like, I like to ask women, if you had a son, would you tell your son to pursue the chick with another dude's kids, or would you tell your son to go out and find a chick who's more on his level?
Oh yeah, more on his level for sure.
And then I was like, well, that's a good point. I didn't think of it like that. So you're selfish.
Yeah.
You know, you want to have your cake and eat it too. When
Yeah.
someone's already eating your cake,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
1,000 times.
You know what I mean? It's like yeah, like if she looks good, I'll still smash. But like, marry a serious relation, absolutely.
And then for some, you know, they say, "Oh, I deserve it because I'm a single mom. I take care of my kid." Well, that's what you're supposed to do,
bro.
That's what you're supposed to.
You don't really hear. You don't hear, like, men can't talk like that.
Yeah.
Because they'll get ridiculed in the comments immediately.
Oh, most definitely.
But when a woman talks like that, if you look at the comments, there's like 1 or 2 dudes that are like, "That's what you're supposed to do," and then they're hit with hate comments.
Oh man.
Shut up! You're jealous. You're probably gay. You're
Like,
and it's coming from both dudes and women too. And it's like, but a dude's like, I deserve a 10 because I get up and I go to work in the morning with my 9 to 5 job. Dudes would be like, shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You would get no respect.
Yeah,
no respect whatsoever. But yeah, a chick thinks that she deserves a dude who's over 6 feet making $100,000 because she takes care of her 3 kids from 2 different fathers. And it's like, you make bad decisions.
Yeah,
like,
obviously, these are physical representations of these decisions that you made.
And the thing is, I think a lot of women don't understand. Like I think for women, right? Women are the most hesitant when it comes to the dude when they're about to have sex. And men are the most hesitant for a woman when they're about to marry them. because they're both investments.
Yeah.
But like if a woman, she can get pregnant, she can get an STD, like that's a whole thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? For a man, he can get divorced, he can lose half his stuff.
Yeah.
So it's an investment. So like women are investing in their sexuality, but that's taking away from their potential to be wives.
Right.
And a lot of times men aren't investing in their sexuality, and they're investing, and that's taking that away from their protection if they want to go out and be a husband. So it's like the imbalance is crazy. But one side, the men's side, they're condemned for everything. It's like you should do what's right. A real man will step up. Like
there's these standards of a real man has to do this, has to do that.
A real man. Anytime I hear somebody say a real man. The people that I think are real men never say that.
Exactly.
It's either always beta males or bitter women.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? And bitter women, it's basically a real man does something for me at the expense of himself. That's really all. That's all they're saying.
Yep.
A real man will step up and raise someone else's kids. A real man will pay on the first date. A real man will blah da 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 da. And it's like,
says who?
Well, it's like, did your baby daddy do any of those?
Yeah, I'm about to say,
you know what I'm saying?
You let him, man.
Yeah,
let him get it in.
Did he do any of those things? No. Oh, okay. Well, then I guess you have two children that's not from a real man yet.
Right.
You're looking like it's just crazy to me, man, and it's really just mind blowing. So that goes into the last thing we're gonna talk about, like with the conditions of the current dating market. How important is it to you that young men 18 to 25, 18 to 20, 18 to 30, 18 to 40 even, just focus their time and energy on leveling up? Like how high on the priority list do you think that is? Like
the highest.
Yeah, like if you could talk to your 17-year-old self, like what are some things that
man.
What are some things, how would you put them on game?
I'd smack his ass. Smack his ass. Well, I ain't really started turning up and getting crazy parts like 18. 18 was like the corrupt age, I guess.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I punch him in this shit, be like, yo, get your shit together, bro. Stop chasing these girls around.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was making good money too, because as soon as I graduated, I went to an apprentice school. It's like a trade school, and I was it was a pipe welder there.
Okay.
And
like welding.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good job,
bro. And we made parts for aircraft carrier ships in Newport News for the Navy. So and like every year we got like a little bonus and this. So I think I was making like $23 an hour. And it was every year. I was in a school program every year. It was only gonna go up. I think before I graduated. Now I think my homies over there, some of them getting paid like $30, something like that. You can easily see $1,000 a week.
Yeah.
So but I was spending my money on bullshit, toys, going to the clubs,
liabilities.
Clubs. Yeah, exactly.
Liabilities.
I would have told myself, start investing for one. I would have already, man. Oh my God, if I had started investing and taking it serious like I am now, I wouldn't have been in the military. I wouldn't have been in the military. I would have already been pretty much well off. Because, anyways. But I would have been telling them that. I would have told them start reading.
That's important.
Yeah.
Super important.
Since COVID, I've tapped in more into my spiritual side. My mom, she's a reverend. So I've always kind of had it in me. But, sometimes you just go to church and just like,
when we eat.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Since COVID hit, man, I really just kind of sat down and just started meditating more.
That's super important, man. Yeah, meditation is gold, bro.
Yes, and it really just got me into like a whole nother side of myself, and I just because like you said, I'm glad that I am where I am today.
You needed those bumps in order to get here.
Exactly, I needed those bumps, but if I could go back in time, I would have told him to do all those things, like starting out, like it's gonna be worth it. Like I would have been like, at 25, you gonna be balling. Like, trust me, if you settle down and get right now, you gonna be good. Yeah. So.
No, 100% agree with you, man. I think it's the same thing. At 17, bro, like I've said, I've done some ridiculous things for women, bro, and got nothing in return. So I would tell myself to keep boxing because I was boxing at 17, but I stopped. I would tell myself to keep working out, keep boxing. I would tell myself to treat myself like I'm somebody who's worthy of being treated correctly. I think Jordan Peterson said that because I was like kind of depressed as a kid, because like you're chasing women, but you're not getting anything
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
It's kind of a hard thing to go through, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, no one gives a fuck.
Nope.
You know, you're a guy. You're supposed to just deal with
Exactly.
it. You know, I think now, men's mental health is kind of coming to a better place.
It is.
But at that time, it was like just deal with it.
It was bad, man.
You know what I'm saying? It was just,
especially the young, dark skinned, you know, guys like us,
They was
man.
a fuck on
I've been
you,
sure you
bro.
done heard it all.
Yeah.
Darky,
yeah,
burnt,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
crusty,
Yes,
tar,
all of it.
like.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
one chick told me I'm so black I got 5 shadows. That shit broke my heart, man.
As a kid, it's
I
funny.
was
You can
like,
laugh at it
yeah,
now,
no,
but
yeah.
as a kid, bro, that really
bro,
does hurt,
at the
bro.
time, you're like, fuck, like,
damn.
there's something wrong with me. But then at the same time, you flip that over and you really start diving into that and you start being more dangerous.
Yeah.
And that's where you get the whole dark skin, light skin thing.
Yeah.
And you have chicks like, I like dark skinned dudes. But she doesn't mean that she likes dudes that are dark skinned. She likes dudes that look dangerous
Yeah.
and are dangerous to other people,
Exactly.
but they don't put her in danger.
Right.
But that's the thing is like if somebody who only knows how to be dangerous, you come around them, eventually you're gonna get put in some type of danger.
Exactly.
And then that's when they want to go to the good. Like, bro, it's mad, bro.
Wow.
It's crazy. And like going through it, looking back, I'm just like, bro, I did that for that girl. Like, I can't believe I said that. You know, like I had that whole spiel. And then like I see my homies doing the same thing. I'm like, bro, listen, do not chase this shit. Bro. I'm telling you, right? But
It's
I love
gonna
her.
come.
I need. Don't chase this woman, bro. I'm telling you, like nothing. Like I've heard very few stories where a guy is like, yep, I chased this woman for 10 years and, you know, we finally got happy or we finally got married and we're as happy as we can be. Cool. You talk to the woman, look at her body language. She looks at this man like he has shit on his shirt constantly.
Wow.
She does not care for him at all. And yes, she has kids for him because, like, he wouldn't stop begging
Right.
her for it. So
Right.
it's like, all right, I guess I'll give this dude 1 kid to add to her 3.
My goodness.
And I feel so bad for that guy because
He don't even realize it.
he's just so happy to get the prize. I'm like, bro, she doesn't even like you.
Man.
Like, I don't want to be in a room with people that don't like me.
Bruh, for real.
Why would you want to go to bed next to somebody? Like, you know the sex isn't her best.
Nope.
You know she's not giving you her best
Nope.
in the things that a wife should be doing for her husband. And you're breaking your back.
Yeah.
You're working. You're putting her kids through college.
Yep.
You're doing all this. And once the kids are out the house, she's just going to leave you.
Yep.
Cause like, and the dude's just like, nah, it's not. I'm like, bro.
Dang. And that's why I'm so glad we've been around, like how we been, because we got to experience the other side, like how it really feels when a woman values you.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm
and it's
sure,
like,
like,
what the fuck?
You
Like,
go like, damn.
bro, you're looking around like, yo, am I getting pranked right now?
Yeah,
bro?
yeah.
Especially-
you see girls that did the whole hokey pokey for you. You know what I'm
and you don't
saying?
even ask, bro.
No.
Like, I remember I was with this one chick. We had just got done smashing. And I did this. My ego was kind of involved. I ain't gonna lie, because
Yeah.
I had put it down. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
You know it when you
because
put it down.
she was talking big shit. She was talking like, yeah, you can't handle me, da da da.
Right.
And she was kind of thick, so I was like, I don't know. I might be in some danger. You know what I'm saying? But yo, shout out to Himbon and Tongue Gag Ali help me get through that one. You know what I'm saying? So I got through, shut it down. She was like, oh my god, that was so good. And I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Voices all deep and shit. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I was like,
That's what I
yeah.
do.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good, blah, blah, blah. She was like, is there anything you need? And I was like, you know, my dishes is dirty. Like, just fucking with her. She hopped up immediately, bro. Went to start doing the dishes butt-ass naked in the kitchen. I was like, looking around like, what the fuck?
Right, like, I'm kind of hungry too.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was like, can I get some water? And she was like, oh, bro, it was like blew my mind, bro. And I was like, dog. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you really work on yourself, man. The world is yours because not only with women, I know we spent a lot of time talking about women, but even when you work for yourself, because like we in the military, bro, we got a job to go to. Like, I can't just do whatever I want, and it's like that's a certain level of like you don't own yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like working on ownership and working on actually owning yourself. That's freedom. And then when you have that type of freedom, like I said, once you've been through a war, street fight is laughable.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, okay.
Not just the women gonna come, the money gonna come.
Life gets so much
benefits,
better.
bro.
Your perspective, you can take care of your family. You can fly them out whenever. Like,
Yes.
and like your business becomes your purpose, and your purpose is the reason why you're here. Like that's the point. Like I know we spend a lot of time talking about women. I want to talk about purpose because that's what I think leveling up is about. It's about finding. It's about cultivating your masculinity, doing difficult things, but and in that journey, you will find what it is you're supposed to do. You know why you were put on this earth as a man, and then once you find that. Use your wounds as your work, and you know, be like, hey, this is what I did, this is how I got through it, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, like you said, the money comes in, you know, and things of that nature. But I think that
self-fulfillment, though, man,
that's
what's really gonna push you.
Yeah, and I think that once men chase purpose, and that becomes what they give their attention to. Like instead of scrolling and double tapping the Instagram model with her booty cheeks out, they're double tapping a quote that's like motivational or inspirational, or a Les Brown quote, or a David Goggins video. Like they start looking at if men started treating purpose like how they treat women,
man,
the world would be a whole different place, bro.
Crazy,
a completely different place. I'm telling you, because it wouldn't even be like this, like. It would be completely different. But like, why would I drive an hour to go see that girl when I can take that hour, work on my business, and then like, bro.
That's what I've implemented right now. Like I let go of social media, man, because I realized, like I said, you know, they got the little tracker thing. You can see how much time you spend, and I was just like, yo, I was spending way too much time doing nothing, but looking and living in other people's lives. I was like, and then I had one of my boys. He kind of inspired me, man. Prince, shout out to Prince.
Yeah.
He started it off, man. He's just like, yeah, man. He was never really big on social media. He was like, I just let that shit go. And at first, I was just like, what? Well, you let go of Instagram? Yeah. Everybody's on Instagram. You crazy.
Yeah.
And then I ran into another girl. We got to talking when I was over in Germany, and she was on the same thing. And I asked her for her Instagram, whatever. She was like, no, I don't have any of that. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And now looking back, I'm just like, wow.
Now, if a chick, I can't lie. If a chick doesn't have Instagram or Snapchat, my interest goes up.
Bro, yes. And my interest was there, man.
I would be like, okay, like,
you're different.
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on? Because chicks run the Instagram for
she was on the type of thing. She's like, it's just a time waster. Like, I have so much other things going on. I don't want to live my life behind this. I was just like, yo. And man, I wish I still knew, you know, I wish I had a number or whatever, but
interest goes up.
When
a chick starts talking like that, I'm like, oh.
And she really did play a part in why I did it, because I looked at both of them. I was just like, you know what? And I also don't believe in coincidences. I think everything happens for a reason. Yeah, so I'm like, yo, I've run into a couple people in, like, you know, in this short span of time that's done this thing. Maybe I should give this a go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me try something different for once. And I don't miss it, really. You know what I'm saying? Occasionally, I might look back and be like, you know, check some messages. Like, for my birthday, people was trying to hit me up. And they only probably got me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
But yeah, I went and I don't miss it, man. I don't miss it. Like every time I go back, I just get annoyed now. When I go back, I be like, I remember why I deleted this bitch now.
So my rule is I deleted Tinder like maybe 2 weeks ago. But when I was like, because like I told you, Tinder was giving me anxiety.
Yes.
So like when I had Tinder, I would delete Facebook. Because I didn't want to have both.
Okay.
And then I just deleted Tinder and kept Facebook. But even on Facebook, bro, I be scrolling and I'm like, I don't care about it. Like,
none of this.
The last 4 posts that I saw, I don't give a fuck about. There might be something funny and I'm like, and I'll tag somebody in it. But then after that, I'm like, okay, right back to... Like, I'm just like, bro, I don't care. I don't care.
And that's everybody on the shit, too. Bruh. You post your shit, nobody gives a fuck.
Like, literally, I saw a post the other day that was like, for no reason, let's start an argument in the comments. I was like, what the fuck?
What are people doing?
I was like, what? I was like, this is... And I had like 70 comments, bro. I was like... So first I got annoyed, and then I got annoyed that I was annoyed. Because I'm like, I know that this shit is dumb, but I'm still giving energy
You're still
to
giving
it.
energy.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
the only people benefit from social media are the ones that got something to sell. Like,
bruh,
they benefit from the amount of followers they have. They're going to post stupid shit for you to watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you putting your time into it, then you're just contributing to them. I mean, shout out to them. They got their own thing going on. But I'm not going... You know,
it's a tool.
In that shit no more. Yeah, exactly.
Social media is a tool, and a lot of people use it wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people use it for distractions and entertainment.
Yes.
But if you start using social media for like education and money,
promoting your brand,
big difference.
Big difference.
Big difference, man. You start having money coming in all types of different ways.
Yes.
I'm looking at a course now on how to build websites. It's something I've been trying my hand and on and off for about 7 or 8 months now. I did it once, and I had a website up. It was good. But then the like Google just ate the fucking URL and I couldn't pull it up anymore. And I was like, I have no idea why that happened. I still don't know why that happened. I was like searching the web, I couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try it again because like you start building websites for people, dude.
Bro,
that's a side hustle right there.
Oh, for sure.
That's a side hustle right there. And like I was telling you, once you start making more money, man, and the chick rejects you, it's harder to beat yourself up,
bro.
Because once you start doing what's difficult, I think as anybody, but especially as a man, you start doing what's difficult, it's easier to respect yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And those other little tasks, it's just like,
it's like, hey, you know, you want to, she's like, no, I'm good, blah, blah, blah. Or she's like, no, ill, whatever. And you're like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You don't, it's like, she doesn't say that. And it's not like you get weaker in the gym or like you lose money.
Right.
Like, what really changed?
Nothing.
And when you look at it like that and you don't take it personal, like it's so hard. Like it's hard to it's literally hard to beat yourself up because what happens when you beat yourself? Like, oh, she didn't like me. Oh, I knew I was too skinny. Oh, I knew I was too ugly. Or oh, I knew I didn't make enough money. But when you're working on those things,
you're building yourself
exactly.
Up, it's like, damn, well,
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And she's like, no, I don't want you.
That's
like,
just
all right.
Your preference is just somewhere else.
Yeah,
you know
it's like that's fine. Yeah. You know, and I'm not 100% to where like I don't feel anything. I would say I'm at like 70-30. Like I understand it, but I still have like those little insecurities that I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
human. It's going to a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like, that hurt.
But once you reach your goal, your top dog status, you unstoppable.
Bro, once I grow this beard, boy, it's a wrap.
That adds a whole nother level.
Bro, I be telling chicks now, I be like, you better catch me now for this beard connect. Because once they do, I'm going to get that little fade right.
Yeah, you going to be mad. You're going to be mad.
Don't hit me up. Don't talk to me. Like,
hell yeah.
It's going to be bop, bop, boom. Like, bro. It's gonna be crazy, man.
And speaking of doing the harder tasks and stuff, that made me think about you did the bungee jumping.
Yeah,
I feel like
that shit's scary, bro.
Tackling your fear. Fear is such a fucking. It's the only thing that holds us back. Fear
and doubt.
Fear and doubt. And I just feel like if I could just tackle the stuff that I feel like afraid of, it's just gonna unlock. Cause did bungee jumping did it unlock a new type of thing in you? Or
so I knew that I was going to be. I knew when I was gonna be afraid, but I didn't know how afraid I was gonna be.
Yeah.
Like I knew talking all my shit. I was gonna be fine. And we did 2 other things. It wasn't just a bungee jump. So you sit in the jettison seat, it shoots you up. That was a lot of fun.
Okay.
The swing was a little bit more scary because the swing you go up and then you just drop and then the swing catches you.
Oh shit.
So I was like, you know what I'm saying? But the jettison seat's here, the swing's here, bungee jumping's here.
Oh,
as far as height wise, at the actual park.
Oh shit.
So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's when the fear started to kick in. But when I get scared, I don't. It's not that I'm brave. It's really not like I'm brave. I'd rather feel fear than regret. That's the only thing.
Amen.
If I have to run away from something, I would rather run away from regret and into fear as opposed to run away from fear and into regret.
Yeah.
Because fear is instant.
Yeah.
Once you do it, it's over.
Yeah.
You're like, oh fuck, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah.
But regret, it's like, I should have done it.
And it's gonna eat at you
every day.
Ever.
Fear is one big cut that heals instantly.
Yes.
But regret is like a death by 1,000 cuts.
Bro.
I'd much rather taste fear.
When
I do boxing and jiu-jitsu, I get a little anxious when I roll because I'm still new to this. I might get choked out, blah blah blah, and I do get choked out.
Yeah.
But then I roll against somebody who doesn't know anything and I choke them out. Again, it's fear. It's fear. I would much rather feel fear. I'd much rather have my mouth get dry, my heart rate speed up, my pupils dilate. I'd rather feel that level of uncomfortable than waking up every day disrespecting myself because I know I didn't do everything that I could. So it's not bravery at all by any means. It's just, if I have to run from something, I'm gonna run from the lesser of the 2 evils.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's so. To answer your question, did it unlock anything? The shitting yourself count? No, I'm playing. Not necessarily, because I already kind of knew what it was gonna be going into it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But it was a stepping stone in my self improvement journey.
Yeah.
The next thing that I want to do, obviously make staff, and then I want to go to my first jiu-jitsu tournament.
Oh, nice.
I would obviously love to win.
Yeah.
But I just want to go because again, I know it's the same with bungee jumping.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question, yes, it did kind of unlock something for me. It kind of helped me like understand, or envision rather, when the fear is gonna kick in.
Okay.
Because like jiu-jitsu, I'll be fine going there. I'll get a little anxious when everyone starts walking in, and I'm a white belt. I see all these different white belts. I'm like, that guy's look pretty big. Blah blah blah.
But once you in there,
I'm really gonna get afraid when it's like the first like start.
When you about to like
the
ref
first,
is about to say, all right,
that's
go.
when I'm really gonna get nervous, and then it'll slowly go down.
Yeah. I'm sure once you guys put your hands on each other,
like
it's
once
gonna
we
be,
start,
right.
I'll be like, okay, this is.
Yeah.
But that's when I'm
he ain't
really
gonna kill me. I know he ain't gonna kill me.
That's gonna be like the first like, oh shit, I'm afraid. Like that's when that's gonna kick in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to make staff and go to my first jiu-jitsu tournament, and then obviously I'm gonna beat myself up a little bit if I lose. I already know how I am.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie and be like,
right.
I'm gonna beat myself up about it. But if I win, I will be like, cool. Like I'll just be like, sweet. You know, I still don't think I'm gonna win. Honestly, like
you're gonna have to fail.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that might be like a toxic trait of mine is like when defeat is probable.
Yeah.
I just accept it, but in the acceptance of defeat, I don't want to have the mental capacity to accept defeat but forego the chance at victory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It has to be like a balance. So I want to try my hardest. And
sure.
I want to win, but I'll be okay if I lose.
Yeah.
Like I won't
be.
I won't beat myself up and be like, oh, you're trash. Why do you?
Yeah.
Because that doesn't get anywhere, right?
Because you learn from the defeat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You just go,
You gotta learn from the failings, man. That's what's gonna make you better.
They be like, yeah, I took that L. I lost, yo.
Oh, that guy did this move on me. Okay, next time that motherfucker try that shit, you gonna know exactly what to do.
And as well, it helps because I roll with people way better than me, man. Like everybody, pretty much everyone that I roll with in jiu-jitsu has been doing it longer. They're stronger. They have some type of background that I don't, and I'm in there rolling with them. You know, I don't choke them out, but my defense is good enough to where I'm like, nope. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if I go at somebody at my level, I'm confident, but again, I'll still be afraid because I'll be like, damn, I'm not sure. But nonetheless, it's good to run towards your fears. Yeah. Because it's like, well, damn, if I can do that, what else can I do?
What else? Exactly.
My next thing, performing.
What's the next thing?
Performing my music. Yep. I got a bunch of dope songs.
Yeah.
But every time I'm like in the den or like at the L Club or whatever, I'm like, man, I'm afraid. And so that's gonna be my next thing is like having a song that I write, produce, and I perform.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be the next thing. I've conquered that a little bit. Where like people will be having like street performers and I'll like rap and they're like,
yeah. That'd be a good start.
I've done that before. I've done that. I did that here in Busan.
Oh hell yeah!
And then I did it in London when I was in England.
Hell yeah!
So I've done it before, but it's just like, what's the next step?
Yeah.
Tackling what you're afraid of. So.
Right.
But fear.
Bro, you need to do that freestyle shit like Harry Mack do and start going around doing that.
Man, I want to. Bro. Again, fear.
Man.
It's.
Like, I'll be your hype man. Just take me. I'll be the hype man.
I'm with it, bro. I'm definitely with it. Like today, we're doing the music video, and again, I'm a little bit afraid. Like, what if I mess up? Blah blah blah. But again, I acknowledge the fear because when you push it down, fear is gonna fight back.
It's gonna fight back
because you're so focused on pushing it down that you're gonna mess up. Then you're I fucking knew it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I allow myself to feel that. I don't beat myself up. I just go, look, it is what it is. Like I treat my fear like how I treat rejection from a woman. Yeah.
Cool.
Thumbs
up. That happened.
Yeah.
What's next?
I treat my anxiousness just like that.
And at the end of that, what I like to think of is that person really gonna be thinking about this a year from now? Even if not a month from now?
10 minutes from
10
now.
minutes from now?
10 minutes.
If the answer is no, like, fuck it.
I'm about to say, we're like an hour in right now. I don't exactly remember what we were talking about. I don't exactly remember what we were talking about 10 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? So I'll either like allow myself to feel or I'll put all my energy into thinking about it as like a sprint. And I'll think about it as much as I can in every aspect of my life all the time for as long as I can until all my ideas are just like, I already thought about that. Yeah. I already thought about that. Okay, I got rid. Okay. Like, and at that point, it's just stale, and then my brain will slowly just start finding other things for me to think about that have nothing to do with that. Like, I'll focus on, I got rejected, like, I'll focus in on it, and then, like, I'll, like, it's like you wring out that towel so much, and then at the time, it's like, yeah, it's dry, so now I have nothing to really say or think about it. I've pretty much thought all the negative thoughts I was gonna think. Still here, still alive, still conscious, still got money in my account.
Exactly.
Parents still doing good. Still in the gym. Like it's all up here, man.
It is.
It's all up here.
Your mental is just the strongest thing you got.
And that goes into meditation. But I want to say meditation for another episode because I think that spirituality and meditation will give you a really really good episode. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode. But man, just as like a recap, you know what I'm saying? We talked about obviously like some of the racial things that we've experienced being in the military. We talked about, you know, relationships in the military with women and stuff like that, and ultimately the importance of leveling up as a man and forging your masculinity and not allowing people to knock you off center. You know, and I hope that people, especially men, took something from this. I might listen back to this when I'm feeling down. You know what I'm saying? But like, oh man, I gotta get, because I listen to these things. You know, like when I'm feeling down, I'll listen to these, and it just kind of helps. So, you know,
great, man. This is fucking.
Yeah, you gotta come through, bro. You gotta come through more, man. We can do more. I got a camera as well. We can shoot on the camera next time as well.
Definitely.
But yeah, man. Anyone you want to shout out, I'll tag them in the video, or you know, anyone you want to say, appreciate it.
Shout out to my, you know what I'm saying?
My cousin Pookie.
Yeah. Ray now.
Yeah, man.
Shit, man. Shout out to God.
Yeah.
Put me in the position that I'm in right now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just super grateful. So that's all I got.
Yeah.
God, my family, friends,
Yeah.
support people like you.
Yeah,
you
absolutely,
know what I'm saying?
man. Yeah, I appreciate you coming.
I'm
through,
so
man.
happy that you moved on to our ship, bro.
Bruh, fact. I saw you. I was like,
Yeah.
bruh.
I was like, I need this person.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
I need this,
for
man.
sure, man, for sure.
Like-minded people. You got to surround yourself by like-minded people.
And it's again, that'll go into meditation, but for sure, man. But
thank you for having me on this.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for coming by. That has been your episode of What Suits You. I will catch you guys next week. Peace. Week. Peace. Week. Peace. Week. Peace. Week. Peace. Week.